Tonight, we are learning more about local connections to the deadliest plane crash in the U.S. in nearly a quarter of a century. One of the 67 killed, a Madeira High School graduate. Only on WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey speaks with Elizabeth Keyes' longtime boyfriend about the legacy she leaves behind.
Elizabeth Keyes graduated as co-valedictorian from here at Madeira High School back in 2010. She went on to be a successful attorney in Washington, D.C. Her longtime boyfriend tells me that she was on her way home from a work trip when her plane hit a Black Hawk helicopter and fell into the waters below. Unspeakable tragedy caught on camera as an American Airlines flight crashes into a military helicopter over the Potomac River. On board, 33-year-old Madeira High School graduate Elizabeth Keyes.
I met Liz the first day of law school.
On the phone, Keyes' boyfriend of 6 years, David Seidman, tells me her top-of-class graduation from Madeira is no surprise. He called her witty, vibrant, sharp, and constantly pushing others to be better versions of themselves.
She just really encouraged me to, and for our family to sort of to go as a partnership, and so I really miss her.
Seidman says her common phrase was all boats rise.
Liz made everybody rise, and that was her personality that really pushed people to be the best versions of themselves.
Keyes' law firm, Wilkinson Steckloff LLP, sent us this statement about Keyes and a fellow co-worker killed in the crash, saying they're heartbroken by the tragedy, calling them wonderful attorneys, colleagues, and friends. Seidman tells me that it's too early to talk about remembrances or arrangements, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more. In Madeira, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
Tonight, we're learning a student at Cedarville University in Ohio was also on that plane. Our partners at WHIO report that 20-year-old Grace Maxwell was returning from her grandfather's funeral in her hometown of Wichita, Kansas. Cedarville University officials say she was a mechanical engineering major with a keen interest in helping others through engineering. University leadership will address the campus tomorrow morning. And new at 11, the National Transportation Safety Board now has the data recorders, or the black boxes, from the American Airlines plane recovered from the wreckage this afternoon. They will help the agency determine what caused this tragic collision. But it could still be a long wait for any definitive answers. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from Arlington.
Today, in frigid water and with planes flying overhead, officials in the nation's capital are searching for answers.
We will look at the aircraft, we will look at the helicopter, we will look at the environment in which they were operating in.
This video shows the helicopter crashing into the passenger jet around 8:45 last night. Another angle in this EarthCam video. Everyone on board American Airlines Flight 5342 and the Army Black Hawk helicopter are presumed dead. The American jet from Wichita, Kansas cleared for landing after a last-minute but routine runway change. The Army helicopter on its usual path for standard night training, but flying at 350 feet instead of 200. Audio from air traffic control reveals the military pilot acknowledged he saw the jet approaching the runway. Among the questions, why didn't the helicopter change course?
The helicopter said, "We see it and we accept visual separation."
President Trump today seeming to agree.
The helicopter obviously was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He then speculated, without providing evidence, the crash was a result of his predecessor's diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, initiatives involving air traffic controllers.
Are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite. So we don't know.
The FAA had similar diversity policies under both Presidents Biden and Trump's first term. The NTSB says it plans to release its preliminary report within 30 days. A final report will be released when they have completed the investigation. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Arlington, Virginia.